I'm Emma from emilybates.com and Still Rise Marketing. I want to share with you the process that I go through every time I write a headline for a sales page. First, I think about what is the biggest pain point of the person reading this page. Now, it can help to really just start writing down the pain points. Just list as many as you can. And then think about which one is the pain point that's going to get most people on that page. You want to talk about that pain point in your headline or in your subheading because you want people to realize that this can help them if they've landed on that page. I always try to brainstorm up at least 25 different headlines when I am sitting down to write a sales page. This gives you a lot to work with. You think up new words, you think up new ways to phrase things, and usually it's not the first headline I've written down that ends up being the one on the page. So there are a bunch of different headline formulas that you can use. Some of the ones I go to most often are probably how-to or asking a question. I like to use some language in the headline or the subheading that helps people identify whether this is for them. Self-identifying language is really helpful for weeding out people who this product isn't perfect for. So, if you're trying to attract moms, you're not going to talk about probably the latest sports car, but you might talk about, how they don't have any free time. So there's going to be a difference in the language you use depending on who you're trying to attract. So you can ask them a question, are you suffering from this? Or have you ever done this? Something that's going to make them think. You can start off with a how-to, how to do this thing that they are trying desperately to learn how to do. How to get your baby to sleep through the night, right? Like every mom has gone through that Google search where they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get this child to sleep. So how do I get my baby to sleep through the night? So if they land on your sales page and it is speaking exactly to that problem, they are going to keep reading. Another thing you can do is you can think about, what sort of grand desire do they have? Are they dreaming of traveling the world? So how can you talk about that? How can you bring that into the headline? How can you make that big dream seem possible to them? After I've sort of brainstormed up a ton of different headlines, I start looking at power words. Power words are those words that are going to get an emotion out of people. So it could be hate, it could be magic, it could be coincidence, words that sort of make you feel something. I have a list of power words at the end of my free download, How to Write High Converting Headlines. So if you want to download that, you can go to emilybates.com/headlines and download your free copy. There's a whole bunch of power words listed in the back. And once you have a whole list of ideas for headlines, you can start putting in some power words. How can I punch this up? How can I make it have more emotion? How can I really grab people's attention by using words that prey on their emotions? Now, we're not trying to get people to feel bad about themselves. I don't like the copy that's, you're overweight. The copy like that, it doesn't make me feel like there's a good solution, that there's a possibility. So when you're thinking about using people's emotions, make sure you're painting the picture that there's a possible solution, that there's a way they can get over this feeling, that there is hope for what they really are dreaming of accomplishing. All right, so if you want all the different headline formulas I put together and the list of power words, go to emilybates.com/headlines and download your copy.